Welcome back, everyone. It's the Bourbon Judge. And we're back at it. Today's episode is actually a very interesting topic. This came up because I was talking about it with a friend of mine, and I reached out to my patrons, and I think everyone kind of agreed for the most part that this is definitely a very interesting topic as a whole. So today we're going to cover 7 bottles that, for the most part, kind of disappeared, right? And let me be a little bit more clear. So first and foremost, all 7 of these, the whiskey, they're still making the whiskey. All the distilleries are still producing the whiskey. However, it's not at the same level as it was in years past. Again, right, allocation is always going to vary by state, right? What's available in Maryland may not be the same as California versus Texas versus Tennessee. It's always going to vary by state. We understand that. But I had a chance to talk to my patrons, and these are the top 7 bottles that everyone kind of did agree that, for the most part, you might still see them here and there, but you don't see them at the same level as you did in years past, right? So we're going to dive into the 7. These are not in order. These are just the ones that, when I reached out to my patron group, everyone was pretty much kind of in line, like, yep, I might see it once in a while, but not nearly as much as I used to see it. And this bottle used to be for the most part, used to live on the shelf. So, and none of these are pappies or nothing like allocated, nothing like that for the most part. So I will say that. All right. Now I have heard, the last thing is I have heard a couple different reasons as toward why these whiskeys are no longer just kind of sitting on the shelf, right? So I've heard a little bit of everything. I've heard a couple of things such as number 1, glass shortage, right? That's number 1, glass shortage. I've also heard the fact that maybe the distilleries are trying to let their whiskey age a little bit longer just to kind of improve maybe like the potential quality of the whiskey. And then the last thing I heard is that maybe there's just like a shift in terms of allocations, like what maybe was produced or what was shipped to, let's call it, for example, my state, like Delaware or Maryland, might not be receiving as much as we did in years past. Maybe now that allocation is going out west to like a different state like California or Texas or something of that nature. So you hear different theories, if you will, but there's truly no quote unquote exact, I guess, answer in terms of why some of these bottles have, for the most part, they flew the coop. They've gone, right? All right. So number 1. So this is a bottle and a brand that I personally love it. I think many people love the whiskey as well, just because it's great quality whiskey coming from a very respectable distillery as well. And the MSRP, at least previously when you used to find it, was only like a $65, maybe $70 bottle. It wasn't that bad for a full proof. So number 1, oh man, I love this bottle. 1792 full proof. I mean, literally going back just not even 2 years ago, 1790 full proof was on every shelf, at least by me, in the Delaware, Maryland, New Jersey area. I go to a local liquor store, a good liquor store, of course, that has like a good amount of a whiskey variety, if you will. And 1792 was always on the shelf. Now, I can't find it. I'm down to my last bottle, which is the reason why I'm trying to savor every sip of it. But 1792 full proof, extremely hard to find. So that is number 1. Number 2, and this is actually a funny one because when you think about this brand, it's a kind of old school brand in a way. The quality of whiskey is just great, right? Honestly, really good quality whiskey. I'm starting to see it a little bit more, but still not as much as I saw it in years past. Number 2, Old Grandad 114. I mean, OGD 114 it's the OG. It really is. I mean, it's great whiskey at 114 proof. It doesn't break the bank, if you will, from a budget standpoint. Only like a $35 bottle. But the problem is that, I mean, truly, probably for like a year, at least by me, it went away. I'm starting to see a little bit more now, but it went away for like a year, but still not at the same level as I saw it in previous years. So that's number 2, OGD 114. All right, number 3. Oh boy, this bottle. I mean, I never see anymore, and I mean never, at least not by me. I previously used to see it, for the most part, in New Jersey, all over, but now, never. I mean, it's like a figment of your imagination. Woo! I'm sipping some Old Grandad, by the way. Number 3, I don't see it anymore. Go back to 1792. Sweet Wheat. 1792 Sweet Wheat, which I love, by the way, having during the summertime, is an excellent pour. nice hot day out, you want something that's nice and just clean on the palate, slightly sweet, a great whiskey you can sip neat or with a cigar. 1792 Sweet Wheat was my jam for a long time. Unfortunately, I no longer see it. I have not seen this bottle in years, probably a good 2 years to be exact. This is my last bottle of it. I'm like, I need to pop it, but I know as soon as I pop it, it's gonna go super quick. So it's almost like, you know, I guess like kind of enjoy it while it lasts. So I guess I need to go ahead and pop it open, and I will do that pretty soon here. But this bottle, this is one that I never see anymore, and I mean never. Unfortunately, love me some 1792, and I love the 1792 Sweet Wheat. Don't see it at all anymore. Gone with the wind, unfortunately. All right, what's number 4, Judge? Number 4 is a brand that, when I think about being budget friendly, it's probably one of the best budget friendly whiskeys out there. $25 for the most part, maybe a couple of dollars more or less depending on the state you live in, but $25 bottle, great quality whiskey from a respectable distillery. And you know, it's one of the ones where I'll still find it, but I have to go to certain states to get it. It's not as readily available as it used to be, at least not by me, and that's the rub. So number 4, Early Times Bottled in Bond. Sure, if I go to Kentucky, I can grab it, but I can't go to Kentucky every single week or every single month, unfortunately. So outside the state of Kentucky, it's just getting harder and harder to find it. And that's the rub with Early Times Bottled in Bond. Great product, a full liter, $25. You really can't get much better than that. You truly can't. All right, before we go to 5 through 7, real quick, 3 quick easy favors. Number 1, hit the like button. Number 2, drop me a comment. Let me know what are some of the bottles that are kind of disappearing near you that you used to find, and like now you're like, Judge, I agree, I can't find X or I can't find Y. I would love to see what's I guess missing from your neck of the woods. And last but not least, please make sure you also subscribe to the channel and hit the bell so you get notification each and every time I release new content. Cool? Cheers. Whew. Love some Old Granddad. Goodness gracious. So sad. All right, number 5. Funny, I actually had the owner of this brand on as a live stream. We did a fun live stream not too long ago. And their products in general, I'm a big fan of their products, right? They're sourcing their whiskey, but they're creating, you know, great different like batches and so forth. This one was actually probably one of my favorites from their lineup, but now I rarely ever see it anymore. And I mean, I never see it. And I used to see it on the shelf. I'm talking every single week, week in, week out. But now it's like hit or miss. I have to actually truly hunt for it when I want to find this bottle. And I can't find this sub-brand for some odd reason. Number 5, the Senator from Proof and Wood. This is truly, I mean, when you talk about great quality whiskey, the Senator from Proof and Wood, the owner, he gets some great barrels, primarily from MGP. And I mean some fantastic barrels from MGP. It's really a shame that, you know, Proof and Wood, I mean, at least maybe the allocation has just changed by me where I can't find it as much as I used to. I love this brand and this sub-brand, the Senator, but unfortunately, I just can't find it like I used to. No clue what's going on. So much. I'm going to go ahead and pour some right now because it deserves it. Oh, man. This whiskey, oh, gosh. See? At the end of the road here, once this bad boy's done, it's a wrap. At that point, folks, it's a wrap. Unless I find another bottle of it. We shall see. All right, that's number 5. Number 6. Oh, boy. Woo! That hits home. Number 6. So I will say that I'm finally starting to see this a little bit more by me, but for my patrons, they're not seeing it as much as they used to see it in years past. I'm starting to see it a little bit more, still marked up a little bit, but that's just whiskey prices in general. But number 6, the bottle that unfortunately I just don't see as much by me, but when I do, it's marked up a little bit. But for my patrons, it's definitely missing from many of their markets where they live. Number 6, from Heaven Hill, Henry McKenna. Henry McKenna was, I mean, an easy to find bottle for many, many years, right? Easy to find, super easy to find. Then obviously I think it won some awards, gained some popularity. People started to go crazy about it, and it was just kind of gone from shelves for a long time. Or if you saw it, it was marked up. Now, It is actually definitely a little bit more readily available, at least in my market, but still in many other markets, it's hard to find Henry McKenna. It really is. And that's a true statement, because when I travel for work, I'm always in the evenings looking at some liquor stores, and you don't see Henry McKenna in a lot of different states, like in different liquor stores. So number 6, Henry McKenna, definitely hard to find. Number 7, oh boy, I saved the best for last. Wow, that proof and wood is so good. Number 7. So I will say that for number 7, harder to find only because of the company that makes their whiskey. And now I feel like everything that they make, for the most part, is allocated, right? It is what it is. Everything that they make is allocated. You can find it, but it's going to be marked up, unfortunately. This is my last little bottle of it. The last bottle I had, like my big bottle, which was a Magnum, like a big bottle, cousin Anita, finished it. Yes, cousin Anita, our lovely cousin Anita. But number 7, Eagle Rare. Eagle Rare, I'm going back 4, 5, 6, 7 years ago. It used to sit on shelves. I could find Eagle Rare all the time. Go to the store, grab it right at MSRP. Back then, $35, $40. It even went up a little bit to like $45. It was still so easy to find. Now, Eagle Rare, oh my gosh. Just to find it, it's a challenge. And when you do find it, it's marked up. So this little half of a bottle, this little small guy, this is the last that I have left. Nothing else. I had a huge Magnum, a huge bottle, but cousin Nita decided to visit and she polished it off herself. So now this is all I have left myself of Eagle Rare. So when they say the honey is real, it's very real. Hey friends, until the next time, peace, cheers, and most important, salute. Talk to you guys soon. See ya.